Hi, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I wanted to come on and show you how to make the most of your clip art. So, whether it's free clip art that I share in the group or if it's clip art that you've sourced yourself, it's really good to be able to make the most out of your clip art because, first of all, sourcing clip art that suits your brand and your aesthetic and your projects can be really time consuming, and also clip art can be expensive. So I know it's a lot more affordable nowadays, but when I started out, clip art, this was over 10 years ago when I started my business. Clip art was really quite expensive back then, and it was also not as available. So, it was quite hard for me to find the right kind of clip art to suit my projects and my business. So I really did maximize the most out of my clip art. So I just wanted to share with you how I make the most of the clip art that I use. And you can use, I'm just using invitations as an example, but you can use these techniques in any kind of project you're creating that's digital or for print projects as well. So, like, first of all, when you get a clip art collection, I'm just using this set that I recently shared with you as an example. Normally, people would tend to just place the clip art as it is directly onto the design. So, this is just an example of how I've just placed each element onto the design as it is and not played around with it at all. And it still looks really good. But I just want to show you other ways that you can make the most out of your clip art. So this is an invitation document here that I've created. It's 5 by 7 inches. And I'm just going to place this reef on the top as is, as you normally would. So that just goes in the center and it looks perfectly fine. But if you want to create multiple products easily and quickly, then you can actually use this in different ways. So this element, what you can do is you can, for instance, make it bigger, and then you could pop it down into the corner like this on the bottom right corner and then duplicate it. You can press this little button here to duplicate, or you can press Control C and then Control V and then place it where you want it to go. And then so you can sort of play around with it. And that's a completely different design just from the exact same element. Um, you can make it bigger to make it a bit more. You can twist it around. I love doing all this. It's so fun. Twist it around. Again, it's a little bit different. Make this one bigger. And with crest designs, I really love to use them like this. If I turn this one straight back up to 0 degrees, what I do is I tend to, actually, I'm going to rotate that to make another completely different design. So this, say for instance, you create wedding invitation templates on Etsy and you want to create a whole collection from the same elements, the same clip art elements. You can use these techniques for, say, all of the different, your programs, your menus. You can really maximize the use of your clip art that you've purchased. So I've basically rotated the crest round, and now you've got this, the top of the crest at the top of the invitation, and then I'm going to do this one, rotate this the other way. I know you can flip it, but I tend to just rotate them, although it's probably making it harder. I'm just going to flip it horizontally, no, vertically, that's it. And then this one, you put this one at the bottom. So there you've got another completely different design. You can also put them to the sides like this. I'll just flip it the other way, flip it vertically again. This is really lovely. Flip it vertically. That's not the right size, that needs to be bigger. And you can do this in any sort of design platform that you use. So that's not perfect because it's not exactly the same size as the other side, but that's another completely different design. And then we've got the other elements. I'm going to use the reply card. So normally with a reply card, let me just find my folder. Holders, invitation elements. I really love to just put a simple floral graphic like this in the middle with the text at the top and the bottom. I think that looks really lovely. But again, you can completely change the text around. So you can have multiple different options for your reply cards. You can sell them as a completely different design. This works with business cards, with proposal templates, with guides, workbooks. You can use these techniques for anything really. So you can have it like that. That's really nice. And then Control Z, Control V, like that as well. And then I just want to show you, where's the, let me just go back to I'll do a different card this time, details card, because this is a slightly different shape. Elements, I have to go back into my folder now. So I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Let me know what you got up to. I've been working, so so yeah, I'm going to use this one for the details card. I do try to have weekends off, but I'm busy trying to launch my membership, so I'm working on all my content for my membership at the moment. So I've used the floral garland element here, and I've just made it bigger. So normally what most of us do is we get the clip art element and we just place it directly on the page. By just making it bigger and then placing it at the top, you've got a completely different look. You can also, I love using the flip tool in Canva because it just instantly gives you a different look. And then another thing you can do is you can actually create your own elements out of your clip art. So I'm just going to add another page and see if I can make something out of this element. And make it smaller, turn it round. So you could make this longer, so you just maybe flip it vertically and then line them up together. So if you group, like press the shift key, I use Windows, I'm not quite sure what key it is for Mac. If you press the shift key and then click both of them and then group it together and then click on position and then click on the middle and it will line them up exactly. So you click position, then click middle and it will line them. That's a handy tip to have. And then I'm just going to rotate this round. Actually, no, keep it like this. And then place it so you can make like a border, and you can use this border in any of your designs. So you've got a border, you can use it on your website as well. On your website sections, you can create borders on there. Just line it up a bit better. Let me just ungroup this. And where's the other little element? Let's find it. The floral element. Elements. Let's rotate this round. Make it smaller. I need to actually make the page bigger. You probably can't see what I'm doing here. Sorry. Never mind. Right, so if we make this smaller, I just want to show you, I should have used actually a different size template for this, a more horizontal one. You can rotate this. So we've got this floral element that's part of the set, and I'm just going to try and make the garland and the floral element into one element combined. So this needs to be a little bit bigger. Actually, I'm going to do a different template size because this isn't, do 6x4, 6x4, copy and resize. Just so you can see it easier, because this is, no, that's not right either. No. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to take this. That's it. And then what I'm going to do, so I've got the garland, I've got the element here, and I'm going to duplicate that and then flip it round, flip horizontal and vertical, and then twist it round. And I'm just going to see, I think this one needs to be a bit bigger. So you want them to be similar sizes, each element, when you're creating a new element, because otherwise it might look a bit strange. So that, it's not quite. What rotation is this one? You can see what rotation they are. So this, if I keep it at 140 and then rotate this one at 140 as well. Hold on a minute, what's going on? Is that because it's doesn't normally do it like that? Oh, I know. Flip it. Flip it. That's it. So if I do this horizontally, or you just line them up like this, and then you can just do it by eye. Sometimes that's easier. That's it. And then just move that across. And then I want to make sure these are in line with each other, these two floral elements. So I'm going to press position, middle. Okay. So as you can see, I've made a completely different element here just by utilizing those two elements in the set. And then I'm just going to group it together. And then make this smaller. Control C. And put it into here. Control V. And then you've got something completely different, and you can obviously make it bigger so that it kind of just goes around, or smaller. You could have it as a little, I'm going to, just do it like this. You can have it, the detail section here. I'm going to make this wider. This text, make it bigger, Rosie. No one can see what you're doing. That's it. Move that out of the way. Should have made the text a bit darker, actually. Move that down. So if I'm going too fast with any of this, please let me know and I will slow down next time. So yeah, you've got like a completely different look. So that's not brilliant. I mean, I would probably do that a bit differently, but I just wanted to show you how you can really, make the most out of your elements. And don't be afraid to, let me just go to projects again, folders. Don't be afraid to make them really big as well. So I'm just going to use this one. You can really make them big because the clip art I share with you is high resolution. So you can really stretch them out again for a completely different look as well. So this is a much bolder look as opposed to sort of more delicate floral look. And you can move your text to the left. This text needs to be bigger, but can move it to the left. You can have it to the right. Just play around with it, and it's the more you practice doing this, the more natural it will become to you. And yeah, you'll just get to make the most out of your clip art, because you'll be able to create more products quickly instead of having to keep looking for new clip art collections and new graphics and design assets. You can just really max out your time and just become a lot more streamlined with your designing as well. So I hope this helped you. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you want any more tips on how to do this, I think I'll also create a little worksheet or a template for you, just so that you've got that to refer to as well. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely day and have a really good week ahead as well. And I'll see you soon. Bye.